Hello everyone. In this video I want to show you how to do how to assemble and install a one door cabinet made by IKEA. This particular one is model 903.449.27. So you should have a screwdriver handy, rubber mallet. If you have a table, I suggest putting a towel or something because you're going to be pounding to assemble this thing. Okay, so what you're going to get is instructions with no words. Okay, and most of the ones I've seen for IKEA, they're all basically the same. So this is what they kind of look like, right? No words. Now we're going to start with step number 1, and what it's saying is, you see right here, there's a 1. You're going to turn this panels upside down. You'll make sure that this has a upside down 1, and you're going to look at those panels and they should look just like this. So I've already have mine set up accordingly. And when you're looking at things, look at the holes, look what's sticking out. That way you know you get the right ones. For instance, this ones have this thing sticking out. It shows it here. This one here has 2 little pre-drill holes. Now I've already gone in and put this thing in here. Okay, so now I'm gonna stick this thing in there, and the way I'm gonna do it is, you see this little flat side, I'm gonna have it facing this way. I'm not sure if that's the way it is, but that's how I'm gonna do it. All you're gonna do, once you install this, all you're gonna do is just stick it in here and push it all the way down. Okay, it has a little spring action here. That's to push the door open, I believe. So now you're gonna assemble this into this, and then this into this. Whenever you're putting these things together, make sure that these things line up with each other. Okay, so when you put it together, they should all line up. Now I'm gonna grab this, and then I'm gonna stick this in here. There's a round end, like a circle here. Let me show you. You see how, oops, you see how it's round and then it's oblong? Okay, you're gonna stick that white little pack, and you're gonna stick it in there, right? So first we're gonna do this one, and you can see that it's sticking out. Whenever you're doing this, try to keep it at a 45-degree angle. Don't push it like at a 22.5-degree angle. You want to make sure it's at an exactly 45-degree angle. That way you don't strip nothing in here. Okay, so I got it pretty well the way I want it. It looks pretty close to a 45-degree angle. And then I'm just gonna tap on it. Until I line that up. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more. Okay, now I'm gonna do the next one. Do the same thing. Bring it up like this. Align those holes. Okay, then I'm gonna kind of make sure that it's straight at a 45-degree angle. I'm gonna have to tap. Let me show you what I'm doing here. You see how it's higher down here? So I'm gonna just tap here on the corner until it lines up. Okay, now the next thing you're gonna do before you put the other panel is you're gonna turn this thing upside down. Now, you have this thing here, right? Okay, now you see how easy it is. I mean, no, not easy, but it's shorter. So you want the longer one like this. Okay, here, I'll tell you what, just do it this way. Have so what this thing is saying, this should be at the top. Okay, so you stick it in here. Okay, now once you've done that, then you're going to go ahead and put that other one. Same thing here. Make sure that this is right in here. Okay, so you're going to go in here and you're going to put it where the round part is on both sides. Okay, and it should feel pretty even, right? So now you can go ahead and turn it upside down and get your mallet and level those two corners. Now, don't go all the way down on one and then go to the other. You want to do it gradually. So tap a little bit here, tap a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Okay, and that way you don't bind something and break it. Okay, so it's real important to do that. Now, you got some little, so the next instructions, once you do that, so that's number one. Number two, we've done that. We've already done that. Now, the next instructions is going to talk about putting these little things to secure this this thing right here, right? You see how loose it is? Okay, first of all, whenever you're doing that, make sure your number one is up. And because if you notice, if you notice, there's no gap here. But if you turn it around the opposite way, let me see, where's my number one? Okay, my number one. See, right there, there's a gap. So this doesn't work this way. You got to make sure, because you see, I can put something through here. You see, I can stick that in there. But if you turn this way, and if you have the number one, and you line this thing all the way down, there's no way you can stick anything in there. There's no gap no longer. So you got to make sure that number one is up. Okay, now let me show you what you need to, what you're gonna do next. You got this little clippings. You're gonna have 4 fat ones and 4 skinny ones, and this is what I'm talking about. Let me go around here. See, you see how fat this? Oops, you see how fat one this one is? Look how skinny this one is. The fat ones are gonna go here, 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 and here. They have some. Don't move. Okay, they're gonna have some holes. See if we can see it. See that hole right there on each center. See, they're bigger holes than the other ones. So what we're gonna do we're gonna go in here. You have a flat surface. You're gonna go in, oops, you're gonna go in, push all the way down. Do the same thing on the additional 3. Remember, the flat surface goes towards the this panel here. Okay, that's the only way you're going to be able to get it in. Now, same thing here with the skinny one. This is going to go inside that thing. Okay, so you're going to put the flat surface against this. You're going to, it's easier to do it with 2 hands. Push it all the way in. Okay, you're gonna go in here, do the same thing. Do this one. And one more. Missed it down here. Okay, now, the last thing, one of the last things. So, we just got through doing this right here, okay? So, that's step 7 and 8. Now, it's going to talk about if this is going to be a floor model or a wall model. We're doing a wall model, so we're going to skip this area here, okay? Because it talks about if you're going to be doing a floor model. It has some little legs, right? We're not going to do that. We're going to skip all this until we get to, actually there is one area that we the door. Okay, so that door looks like can be put in any direction. You can make it a left door or a right door. Okay, so let me find where it talks about how to install that door. And here it is. Okay, so this is how you install the door. You have these little things here that are going to go on those corners. Okay, so and here they are. Well, it looks like, I guess you can only do it one way. So here's those things. Okay, so you're going to stick those in here. Let me see which way they want it. The diagram is not too clear. The only thing I can figure out, so number 1 is always up. Okay, so let's go in here and find that number 1. Number 1 is up. Okay, so always refer to that number 1. If you're looking at that number 1 and you can see it up and down instead of upside down, then you know you have this thing right. Okay, so now it says to put this one in here. Okay, and doesn't say. The instructions are not too vague about if you want it sticking out like that or the other way. So for right now, I'm just going to put it in there, leave it like that, and we'll see. Maybe later on it'll give us some more instruction. I'm going to put the next one up here. Okay. Okay. Now the next instructions So we did that. Now it has instructions, and it talks about this last panel. Okay, so what it wants us to do is get this little ring and this little screw. Okay, so there's a little ring, a tiny little screw. It's saying to stick in here, and then you're gonna screw this screw in it. I believe this is to keep the magnet close or something. I've never installed this one cabinet before. And I've been real careful not to strip things so I don't put too much pressure on it. Okay. Now, the next thing is we're going to put this little things to hold the door. Okay. And there they are. They're, one of them, I believe, is a spring action. See how, let me see if it matters which one you put where. Okay, so the non-spring action you're going to put at the bottom. Okay, so it looks like the door is going to open up from this side. Okay. So it's going to go in like this, because remember, this is for this right here. So when you close it, the magnet should lock. Okay, so now remember what I was saying, that one of them is spring loaded and one of them is not. So the non-spring loaded one I'm going to put at the bottom. Okay, and all you do is you stick it in there and it goes right in there. Then you grab the other one and you put it here. And the reason for this is that you're gonna push that thing in there with your fingers. You're gonna push it down until it snaps into that. So let me see if I can show that in a close-up. Okay, let me see if you can see there. Okay, here we go. Remember, I'm going to line up that one to that little thing that I installed. I'm going to go in here, push this down, and I got to go in here. So one thing, so I need to push it down. So what I'm going to do is go in and get me a little piece. I need something, because I got to hold this in. Oh, almost too far. Okay, now I'm going to, okay, you see how I did that? I stuck it in there and it held in place. Now the door's not closing, so let me see if I push this thing inward. Aha! So this little thing's here. Remember, I told you I was gonna wait. This thing's here. They gotta go facing the backwards. So then now it should close. Boom. Okay, you see? When you push in, it locks in because it has a magnet. When you push out, it opens up. So, so now that you have that, you can turn it into a right door or left door, depending on how you're going to install this. In other words, let's say that I wanted this door to open up to the left. What I would do, I would install my brackets on the top, because I see that it has the same kind of holes. So remember, that's if I want the thing to open to the left. Now, if I flip it around, so right now it's opening to the right, excuse me. Now I'm going to flip it around, do a 180. Now, oh, wait a second, what did I do? Okay, so, okay, so it opens from the right, okay. If I flip it around this way, okay, yeah, here we go. If you open up this way, I guess, yeah, there you go. You see, it opens up one way, so I guess it doesn't work too good if you do it that way. So I guess you definitely, you have to turn it this way. I guess it has some mechanism in there that makes it work this way. Okay, so it opens up to the left. I'm gonna play with it. I don't know, maybe if I flip this thing around. So right now, in the situation that I'm going to install it, this will work this way. Actually, it'll work better for me this way. Let me try it one more time and see if. You see, it doesn't hold. If I do that, it doesn't hold. Now, I'm gonna. No, I don't want to mess with that. So, but if I stick it around to this other side, it works. Okay. On my next video, I'm going to show how to put these brackets. I already have a video for a 2-drawer cabinet, but if you want to see it on this one, you're welcome to see my next video. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.